Sam's a documentary filmmaker from Ashton-under-Lyne in Greater Manchester, and he started young.
I'd have to say, the fondest memories I had growing up were of creating.
Hello. How old are you?
5.
Despite winning many awards, Sam says it's been a struggle to do what he loves full-time. New research shown to Channel 4 News found just 1 in 12 creatives in TV and film are from working-class backgrounds like Sam's. And despite all the talk of levelling up, most are still based in London.
I'm just going to angle it back a bit. I think that people from working class backgrounds oftentimes don't have that belief that they can go for what they want to in their career. People from middle class backgrounds or, upper middle class backgrounds are told from the beginning you can do whatever you want. Something that's always been instilled in people from working class backgrounds is whatever you can get, whatever you can do.
Do you find it depressing sometimes and disheartening that it's an industry which can feel quite privileged and hard to access?
There is a sense sometimes I don't feel like I belong, and there's certain events and certain people I've met who I do feel sometimes judged by. I feel like I've had to earn it, and I've eventually gotten to a point now where I do feel involved and welcome, but there wasn't in the beginning.
The research revealed exclusively to us found the arts are still massively dominated by middle and upper class people. In film, TV and radio, just over 8% of creatives are from working class backgrounds, the lowest in a decade, while over 60% of people working in the same industries are now middle or upper class, the highest in the last 10 years. And similarly, in music and performing arts, almost 65% of people working are now from middle or upper class backgrounds, another record high, with just 16% coming from working class communities. We've come to Clapham Grand Theatre to meet our panel of actors, directors and designers from across the UK. Talita, Ella and Samira are all mentored by Arts Emergency, a charity which supports young working class creatives.
I went to a drama school. Personally, it was a traumatic experience for me. So I'm deaf as well, which is another thing that I had to deal with. And I've had to debate that my accessibility rights are important. Everyone there was predominantly white, middle class, posh, and it made me realise, to get into the industry you need connections.
I come from a diverse ethnic background and I'm disabled as well, and that seems to be something that they feel they can't ignore, but then with economic backgrounds and different economic backgrounds, it's something that's oh, they'll cope, they'll manage.
I'm in Wigan, which is one of the priorities for levelling up. But at the same time, it feels like even then there's not enough money going around, and it can feel like a box tick, specifically by the government in general. It's not a priority for them, the arts in general. Working class people aren't a priority for them.
While the new research exposed an overwhelming lack of diversity, 90% of those working in the arts are white, nearly 70% in managerial positions are men, and just 1% of those managers are black.
Even when I get the roles, I've been told by other people who's oh, you only got it because, you're deaf or you're South Asian. It's everything I do is not good enough. Either I get the job because, it's a tokenistic thing, or, or I don't get it because I have that.
And you've been told, Ella, to tone down your northern accent, right, sometimes?
Yeah, and I don't even sound that northern. I've been in an audition and they said, where are you from? And I said, Wigan, and everyone laughed. If you want to see good, 3D stories, you need to represent the world, and the world's not being represented if you don't have everyone involved in it, whether that's behind the scenes or whether that's in front of a camera.
I think that outreach is going to be a big thing to change the industry, and go into the working class areas and showing them that actually you don't need, just because you can't see yourself and there isn't the representation for you doesn't mean it's not possible.
It's what I relate to the most. I used to love watching EastEnders, and they're supposed to be representing working class backgrounds, and that was my stuff. People will watch it because it's I get it. I want to watch it. That's me right there.
A government spokesperson told us they are committed to growing a creative sector with opportunities for all, creating new pathways into the industry through training and education.
Everyone has a voice. People keep saying, oh, we need to give young people a voice, we need to give working class people a voice. Everyone has one. It's just about giving it the platform to use it is the most important thing.
While Sam and the creatives we spoke to felt there had been much talk about equality, but not enough meaningful action.